Novocaine. Do you remember Kick-Ass, which I really liked? You remember Kick-Ass, the film?
I do remember Kick-Ass, the film.
In Kick-Ass, Kick-Ass's superpower was basically that after getting his head kicked in and being severely damaged, he effectively became impervious to pain. He had a couple of sort of replaced bones, but basically his superpower was that he couldn't feel pain, which isn't much of a superpower. So that same riff reappears here in Novocaine. This is an action comedy written by Lars Jacobson and directed by Dan Burke and Rob Olsen. And the tagline for it is, "Meet Nathan Kane, he can't feel pain." Here's the trailer.
Hi.
Yeah, no, I couldn't feel it at all.
Holy Can you feel this?
I'm just a regular guy, but I don't feel pain.
Let's move!
Oh my God, what am I doing?
Be careful, dude. You can still die.
I won't stop till I get her back.
Bad week to quit drinking.
You quit drinking?
No. I just mean it would be.
Wow.
So you get the general sense, shooty bang bang action, and then sort of quips about the fact that you can't feel pain. So Nathan, who's played by Jack Quaid, son of Dennis and Meg Ryan, is this retiring bank deputy manager who is smitten with one of his team, Sherry, played by Amber Midthunder, who was brilliant in Prey. But he's too shy to talk to her. It turns out that he's been impervious to pain from birth, having been born with congenital insensitivity to pain with anhydrosis, CIPA. And so as a child, his schoolmates nicknamed him Novocaine, and they all hit him and beat him because they thought it was funny that he couldn't feel pain. Now he has to be super, super careful about not cutting himself or biting off his own tongue or allowing his bladder to burst, all these things that might happen because he can't feel pain. Then the bank is held up by some bank robbers. The girl of his dreams is kidnapped. He goes out hell for leather to save her. But now, rather than being the hindrance, the thing that keeps him at home playing video games, the fact that he's impervious to pain sort of becomes a superpower. So BBFC rated 15 for strong bloody violence, gore with comically exaggerated style, heavy beating, stabbing, slashings, use of imaginatively improvised weapons, stranglings, bone breaks, and extensive bloodshed. I mean, that's a 15 nowadays. Kids, you don't know you're born.
Wow.
So now, all of that is fun, although honestly, it's not as fun as it should be, and it's certainly not as fun as Kick-Ass. I wasn't a fan of Kick-Ass 2 at all, but during the course of Kick-Ass, I really liked the characters. I really enjoyed their company. I really sort of cared for them. In the case of this, everything is very one-dimensional. The script isn't funny enough to make the central conceit work properly. And there is this central problem, which is, okay, he can't feel pain, but he gets, stabbed, shot, impaled on a spike, mangled. And you think, well, fine, he can't feel pain, but he would die. I mean, that is an essential problem when you think, I just don't believe that the main guy is alive anymore. There's one scene in it in which he's being tortured by somebody who's pulling off his fingernails, which is wince-inducing. And the gag is that because he can't feel pain, he's faking it and going, oh, please stop. I can't believe the pain. The joke being that he can't feel the pain. But there are several other times when you just think, he's literally just been impaled on a spike, and therefore I don't believe he's walking around. Anyway, it had a sort of decently strong opening weekend in the US and then dropped very severely after that. And I suspect that the same will happen here, that it'll be a sort of 1 week wonder. I mean, it is better than Kick-Ass 2, but most things are better than Kick-Ass 2. But it's, considering they have the same central idea, it's not a patch on Kick-Ass. Although there were moments. I mean, I enjoy the stabby, gory, bloody nonsense because I just think that stuff's funny.
I'd just like to say hello to everybody it may well only be me, in which case I'll be saying hello to myself, which is fairly stupid. But when you say Novocaine, in my head, I hear For the Soul.
For the Soul. Yes,
by Eels,
of course.
Which I believe is mid-90s indie pop sensation. We used to play Eels quite a lot back in the day.
Eels.
Radio 1.
Eels. God,
yeah.